Good afternoon. My name is Jennifer Bovard. I am your IELTS teacher for this course. I have been an English teacher for many years. I have a degree in English, diploma in education. I'm trained as an IELTS examiner. I also am a Cambridge assessor of spoken English and certified teacher in Hong Kong. I also hold a master's degree in psychology. I have been teaching English for many years, and much of that has been IELTS. I've also lived in Hong Kong for 30 years, so I feel as though I have a good understanding of the culture and of the language in terms of English as a second language. So moving on. This course is for law students and legal executives and is being run by Space. This introduction will take about 10 minutes, and I hope that you will be more familiar with what will happen in this program. So to begin with, let's ask the question, what in fact is IELTS? IELTS is an English language test for non-native speakers of the language. It is actually often a prerequisite for admission to universities in many countries around the world because it is a very popular assessment, including the United States, the United Kingdom, and Australia. What does it mean? Well, it stands for the International English Language Testing System. This test was developed by the Cambridge University Assessment Examination Board in conjunction with the British Council and also IELTS Australia. In general, why do people choose IELTS? Well, as I've mentioned, it is a prerequisite for immigration to quite a few countries, to study in other countries, to study in certain courses in Hong Kong, and also for government agencies and professional bodies. So it has a wide embrace of uses. So now I will give you some more specifics on the benefits to you as legal students. So obviously the most important benefit is to improve your language proficiency. And for law students, that is especially important because everything in the law is done in English. So if you wish to have a strong career in law, this is a very useful preparation tool. And because it's an integrated program with reading, writing, listening, and speaking, all of these will actually be helpful in a law degree. So in general, one could say overall communication skills practice, because lawyers need to argue, they need to negotiate, they need to be able to interact with clients and colleagues and judges. So to be able to speak clearly is to be able to express your ideas, to be able to persuade others are very important skills for future legal practice. And the spoken test, even the introductory level 1 of the spoken test, is actually a very useful skill in social English. And that's something students in Hong Kong often ask for. The second thing about the speaking test is that it's very, very good for tuning your ability to think on your feet in English. And actually, we do get a lot of practice in the course, and I will test you individually as well. And this will not only improve your skills, but increase your confidence. In addition, critical thinking and analysis is also something that's very important for law students. I think this especially comes in with the second part of the writing, because the second writing task is a long essay, and it is so very much replicating an academic essay. And it's the skills are quite simple to develop. So the course will help you evaluate arguments, identify logical fallacies, and give you the skills to be able to help you analyze complex legal problems more effectively. And I do believe this essentially comes in with the long essay, where critical thinking is important because you need to create a thesis and an antithesis, and which is simply arguments for and arguments against, and to structure your essays in a very logical and successful way. So useful for academic writing. And of course, because of the reading that we do and the reading skills that we give you in IELTS, this should be able to help you read and comprehend legal texts, case law, academic articles, and statutes, because we're giving you the skills to analyze and understand texts. Furthermore, preparation for legal research and writing helps you to express your ideas more clearly. And of course, this skill is crucial for law students as they engage in legal research and legal writing assignments, such as drafting legal memos, briefs, and opinions. And a further benefit is that it gives you access to study materials and resources, because you have a wide range of materials and resources given to you, including a lot of practice tests. You will be doing sample essays, and you'll be getting a lot of practice. And practice does improve our skills, especially if you've got a qualified teacher to assess it. And overall, this is useful for your legal education and your research skills, which should lead to academic success. So, thus, an IELTS study program can enhance students' reading and comprehension skills and help them to analyze legal materials. So all these benefits should lead to overall academic success. And where will this take you? Well, many law schools in English-speaking countries require international students to have done the IELTS examination, because it is widely accepted by universities and law schools as a proof of language proficiency, making it an essential requirement for admission. I will explain the bands in a moment. Thus, in turn, this can lead to excellent international opportunities and employability. So, many law students would like to work in international firms, both in Hong Kong and overseas. And law firms are looking for students with sound English. And thus, universities, employers, and immigration authorities worldwide look to IELTS as a means of language assessment proficiency. And of course, built into the program is the idea that we would like to boost your language skills, your confidence. And confidence comes with practice. You will feel more confident in your ability to communicate effectively, understand legal concepts, and succeed in your future legal careers. So, to sum up, IELTS will facilitate you to improve your language skills, to help you pursue legal studies abroad, to help your communication skills, and overall enhance your employability in the legal field. So just a few more pieces of information that you may be asking yourself, and I hope that I can answer those basic questions. So the whole test takes 2 hours and 45 minutes. It's broken into 1 hour of reading, 1 hour of writing, 30 minutes of listening, and the speaking takes about 20 minutes, and you can do it all in one day, but you will have a lot of practice, so you will be fully prepared. How long is it valid? Well, it's valid for 2 years, but sometimes the students want to improve their scores and take the test again. This is, of course, you can take it anytime at the approved test centres. You do need to pay each time you take the test. Well, how difficult? It depends on your level. But we're teaching you exam techniques and your test preparation. The more confident you are and the more practiced you are, the easier it will be for you. And what is actually in it are the 4 skills, as I've mentioned already. I've mentioned some of the specific skills that you will develop. Speaking is very much thinking on your feet, and social skills. There's also other things like hypothetical thinking in the speaking. Listening, writing, of course, I've mentioned some of the skills in writing because it teaches you the basics of academic essay writing, which includes the thesis, the antithesis, and also evidence-based writing. And then finally reading, which should help you with the reading texts that you find because in your legal careers, because we teach you the basic reading skills. And you know, these 4 elements are what you will need at work, at university, and in your everyday lives. And if you are wondering about passing or failing, there's no pass or fail. Each of these 4 elements, you get a band score, and they're combined to an overall score. The bands range from 0, which is the lowest, to 9, which is the highest. 9 is just very close to native English speaking. Some institutions have a minimum band score requirement, sometimes 7, sometimes 7.5, sometimes 6.5. Law students in Hong Kong at the university need a score of 7. So, what I would like to say to you is, apart from just attending class and doing the out-of-class homework, if you really want to improve your language, you need to live the language. That's so important. It's not just about coming to 30 hours of class. If you really are serious about improving your English, try to live the language. And what I mean by that is you'll be using English a lot in your studies at work, You should be watching television in English. Any hobbies you have, like reading magazines or watching movies, I really strongly encourage you to do that in English. And that is a great way to improve your language skills. I look forward to seeing you on the course, and I thank you for participating today. Thank you all.